When it comes to the Skoda Fabia MK3, they're really good cars. There are not a lot of problems described on the internet, on the forums, but there are some complaints that seem to be quite common. And in first place, I want to tell you about the 5-speed manual transmission that comes with the 1.0 MPI. I have a separate video about the transmissions, about gearboxes in these cars. You can watch it. But to cut a long story short, these transmissions, these gearboxes that come exactly with the 1.0 MPI, not TSI, not diesel engine, just 1.0 MPI. They are the transmissions that were used with the Skoda Citigo, Volkswagen Up, so in lighter vehicles. And in those vehicles, they don't have a lot of problems. But in the Skoda Fabia, they have a lot of issues with the clutch plates, clutch bearing, flywheel. And also this transmission, they are making noises, so they require clutch replacement once every 100,000 kilometers if you drive them carefully, and sometimes even earlier than that. Also, the second quite common problem, and I also have it in this car, is the electric windows. In a lot of cases, electric windows in these cars just don't work, or work intermittently, or glitch. And the problem is in actually two places. First of all, these switches, these buttons, they are attacked by water when you're driving with the open window. Some drops will get here, and this will destroy them and make them glitch. So they will work one time, and then the next time you press these buttons, they don't work, and the window doesn't open or doesn't close. This is actually the problem. And then there's the second place here. Under this boot, it has the wires, it has the connections, and there are a lot of issues of water damage to these connections, and you will have to find a professional electrician, car electrician, who will find the issue and repair it. It's not that cheap, actually, especially if you live in Europe or in the UK. Also, I would say that the 1.2 TSI engine is probably the good engine itself, but there are a lot of problems with the belt in these engines. The belt can break, the belt can jump, and I would recommend cutting the interval of belt replacement in these engines to 40,000 kilometers, 25,000 miles. It will be perfect, because sometimes at 50k kilometers, these belts, they jump and destroy the engine. The engine is not that cheap. Replacing the belt is not cheap at all, but replacing the engine is much more expensive. So you will want to keep an eye on these belts, especially if you buy a car used and you don't know when this belt was changed. So it's better to replace it once you buy the vehicle. Also, I read a lot on forums about the electrical problems in these MK3 Fabias. They didn't seem to have it in MK2, and don't seem to have a lot of problems in MK4 Fabias as I see now. But in these cars, in MK3, in third generation, there are a lot of problems with electrical systems. And I had a lot of issues, like when I get the warning that the light bulb is out, for example, one of the turn light is out, and I go out of the car and see that the problem is with these lights that are installed in the rear view mirror. And I Googled the price of them, and I'm shocked, but after some time I realized that everything is normal and the system works again. So there are a lot of glitches. They are connected with water damage, with corrosion of cables, of connections. Sometimes these glitches just disappear and you will get normal work of electrical systems. But if they keep happening, you will have to find a guy who will repair your car, because one electrical glitch will develop in another electrical glitch, and you may actually have big problems with electrical systems in these cars. So it makes sense on the one hand to wait for some time, and maybe this glitch, this electrical problem, will disappear on its own. But if it reappears, you will need to take care of it as soon as possible. Also, I would say the quality of materials in the interior are worse than in the second generation of the Fabia. Yes, the plastics are hard as in the second generation, but look at the steering wheel. It doesn't look good. It's only 116,000 kilometers, and the steering wheel is destroyed. The gear shift lever is destroyed. I see a lot of scratches on this plastic here, and I can't do anything with that. I see some issues with these plastics, and I don't even touch them. It's very easy to scratch this plastic, and it's very hard to repair it. So the quality of materials is worse than it was before, and that's disappointing. But I saw MK4 Fabias, they have the same problem, the same cheap plastics that can be easily scratched and destroyed. So probably this is what modern cars are all about. But anyway, in my opinion, the Skoda Fabia MK3 is quite a good car. And if you find one with low mileage, if you own one with low mileage, you can drive it for a long time without any problems. And there are a lot of cars in the same class that are much worse than the Skoda Fabia. So actually, I like this car and I think it's really good. But it still has a lot of common issues, and you need to know about these issues when you buy this car or when you decide whether you want to own this car even more time.